All right, this is my wife, Marianne. She's actually a lot smarter than me, and as you can tell, I'm punching up a little bit. But anyway, Marianne, do you think we will be able to get some Milky Way photos tonight?
I think we will. He's talked me into it. I didn't want to do this, but now that I've been out here and I see the potential and see the beautiful shots that could be obtained, I'm willing to give it a try.
Yeah, I think we found what we needed to know. We looked over 2 pastures, and I think there's going to be enough to keep us busy tonight, and there'll be a lot of experimentation going on, and we'll probably be back with the video in the dark, and we'll see how things turn out. So I'm looking forward to this. The only part that makes me nervous is I'm by my lonesome. Mike's not here to be the safety net, and so we'll see how that goes.
I'll boss you around.
Great. But anyway, it is a new moon evening. Actually, it's late in the afternoon right now. And we have a new spot that we're thinking about shooting from for the Milky Way. And this will actually be my first time shooting the Milky Way on my own. And so we'll see if I can pull together all those things Mike has taught me. We'll see how this turns out. But anyway, we're going to a friend's farm, and I'm hoping that it is far enough. I guess I live in the country. We're hoping it's far enough away from town to cut down on light pollution. I looked it up on a light pollution map, and it's just kind of right at the edge. And for all I know, it might be the Milky Way. We might have to shoot through some light pollution to see it, but you know, it's worth a try. And so we're going to go out there and scout around. What I'm hoping to find is it'd be nice to find some sort of old farming implement in the field. Which she says she doesn't have, but maybe they do. And or some large tree in the middle of the field. And I'm going to use photo pills to see if I can line up some good shots here. And so that is the plan. I figured it's easier to look at it in the daytime rather than showing up at, let's say, 11 o'clock tonight in the dark and try to figure out just where in the world I'm going. Stand a little bit closer, I think, so you can hear the sound, since there is a little bit of wind out here. We have come out here to the farm, and I've gotten out my photo pills, which is an app we use like I'm sort of a club or something, but it's an app that photographers use to try to line things up, and it can be extremely precise, like getting the moon over some sort of object, or in this case the Milky Way. Mike was really good at getting us with a waterfall last month, so I'm just here trying to get the Milky Way and seeing what's available, because there's 2 ways you can use the photo pills. One is that you can plan your event from home, like at your desk, and you could try to do it that way. Second way is to go into the field and look, and that's what we're doing. Never been to this spot before, but it should be okay. But we know we can get Milky Way because I open up photo pills and I look, and yeah, we can't see all that right now, but I'm guessing later in the day it'll twist up and we'll be able to see a little bit more. And so that's what's cool about photo pills. So somewhere up here, I'm confident that the Milky Way is going to be. And when I get a little bit better at photo pills, I'll be able to say exactly what time it will happen. I think it's going to be around 10, 11 o'clock. And so that's when we'll need to be out here and set up a shot. In the meantime, we'll get back in the side-by-side, and we'll go looking at some other places on the farm, kind of looking for perhaps a single tree in the middle of the meadow. That would be pretty cool. A round bale in the middle of the meadow, that'd be cool. Something to give the photo some sort of depth, sort of thing. Or at the very least, I can bring an assistant and make her stand out in the middle of the field, and I make the Milky Way kind of fall down onto her. That would be pretty cool too. Okay, we've simply taken a little side-by-side. We've gone across a little creek to the next field, and my wife, the spring chicken, which we just saw some chickens, ironically. She believes that this would be an even better shot than what we had before at the machine shed. And so what we have across the field there, and go ahead and turn toward the field, I suppose, is we have kind of a point coming out that if I was a turkey hunter, I'd probably set up on that point, and that way I could see in 3 directions pretty easily. But there's almost a lone tree there, not that you'd be able to tell it at night, but it's kind of on its own. And so when I hold up my photo pills, which I am doing right now, my augmented reality for the night, it shows that the Milky Way is going to be going right over those trees right in front of us. Yeah, there's a way to tell the time with the stars, the Big Dipper, North Star, and stuff like that, but I've kind of forgotten how to do that. But you think it's around 10:30. When we went back earlier today, I took a closer look at photo pills and realized I wasn't quite reading it correctly, and that the Milky Way, I guess, is visible from, what we decide, 10:30 to 4?
2, 3, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 4 a.m. or something like that. But anyway, it becomes visible a little bit later in the evening, so we're here a little bit later. And remember, we have 2 places that we're wanting to check out. And so since we scouted it out, we have an idea of what we're going to do. And so, Marianne, choice is yours. Are we going to do field number 1 or field number 2? Where do you think the best shot is going to be?
I think field number 2 is where I would like to try.
All right, field number 2. So we'll shut off the camera here, turn off this nice bright light that's attracting bugs, and we'll head to field number 2, and we'll see what we can do there.
Sounds great.
I learned, better set it up before you come out. So first thing is I have my landscape lens on here. It's a 12mm to 24mm. Gives me a nice wide angle. It also has a good f-stop at f4. So that's handy there. So it's faster. It gathers light quicker. I have also set it to manual focus because if you put it up in the sky and just keep hitting there's nothing to focus on. It's the ISO. Again, I wouldn't be able to see this button in the dark, but I got it there right now, and I've set it to 6400. I also have my timer set here so that when I click the shutter release, it's going to rest for 2 seconds before it takes the photo. That way the camera's not jiggly, because we're shooting way off there into the yonder, and any little movement with the camera here turns into big movement out there. So it's important to have a good tripod. All right, we had to have a change in plan a little bit, which is fine because that's part of photography, is playing around and going to plan A, B, C, D, right on down the line to get to double Z. We were waiting for the Milky Way to clear the horizon because there's lots of light pollution on the horizon, or not as much as if you're living in a city, but there was enough. Right where the galactical center came down was landing right on top of a town, and so we couldn't quite see it. But we noticed, or we decided, that there's this nice tree kind of at the point we talked about earlier when the sun was out. We thought, well, what if we come behind it and use that as kind of a shade to get on the leeward side, let's say, of the light, and do that. And turns out we're getting some really cool pictures. I'm doing my best to light up the tree with a flashlight. Unfortunately, my flashlight, the headlamp, is too soft. It can't reach the tree. The other lamp that we have that we're lighting this scene with now is actually too strong. And so even when you paint the trees, it burns little trails all over the place. And so what I would really like to have, if I need to talk to my wife about this, if we had some LED lights that you could like maybe put underneath the tree and just gently shine them up to the tree, because we really don't need that much light to illuminate the tree. But anyway, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to stand way off to the side. Marianne is tripping the trigger here, and then I'm trying to light it up like we are this scene right now. And so far the question is, how long can we keep it off the grass, because it burns the grass pretty easily? How long do we keep it on the tree and make the the Milky Way show up. And we've gotten some good shots. What do you think, Marianne? Have we gotten any good ones?
I think we've got a couple of really outstanding shots.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're wall hangers, but they are fun photos. And of course, you'll see them at the end of the video. And tell you what, while Mike is away, if you think about it, go ahead down there to the bottom. I think it's over there on that side. Please subscribe. Mike's trying to up his numbers for his YouTube channel here, and maybe he can hire somebody better looking than myself if we get enough subscribers. So use that. Maybe Marianne will become the person, the face of the thing. But anyway, let's shoot a little bit more. And we're also, Marianne, tell them what you're nervous about.
There are cows in the field right now, including a bull. And I can't see them because, of course, we're in the middle of a very dark field, which makes me nervous, not to mention the bullfrogs.